Hello everyone. Today we have Dr. Sanjay S. Honde, who is the HOD at KJ College of Engineering and Management Research. Thank you, sir, for your time on our initiative Thoughts on Education. Can you give your brief introduction to the audience?
Yeah, definitely. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Sanjay Suryakant Khonde. Actually, I am having total 26 years of experience, out of which 9 years is of industrial experience and rest is the teaching experience. I have completed my bachelor's from Government Engineering College, Aurangabad in 1993. Afterwards, I started working in my industry, Garware Polyester Limited for 3 years and Videocon VCR Limited for 3 years. And then I was there in small software type of company for 3 years. Then I thought of going to a technical education type field, and then I joined my masters. I completed my masters in 2006 from Government Engineering College, Aurangabad, and then I turned towards the teaching field. Afterwards, I came to Pune and worked with different engineering colleges like D.Y. Patil Engineering College, Pimpri, then MA Alandi, Maharashtra Academy of Engineering, Alandi. Then I went to Trinity Academy of Engineering, and then to GS Mose College of Engineering, Balewadi, and then again I came back to KJ College of Engineering. Now I am recently working as a head of department in electrical engineering. I completed my PhD from Santa Gadge Baba Amravati University in 2019. I have published approximately 10 to 12 papers, and I have also published one patent on my research, which is going to be helpful for all the students. So approximately 17 years I am there in teaching field, and I have held various posts like assistant professor, associate professor, HOD. Now I am working as a professor and HOD in KJ College of Engineering.
Thank you so much, sir. That's great knowing. Now coming to the question, the first question is, you have held key positions at education colleges throughout your professional career. What keep you connected with the education sector, and how has your experience been so far with the college?
What I said earlier, I was having industrial experience. At that time, when I was in industry, different colleges used to call me for the project examination as an industry person. So when I went to college and I was taking the orals of the students, I came to know that the students are not having that much of practical knowledge, what they should have. And there was a gap between industry and the education. So I thought that what knowledge I am having, why I should not share with the students. So I thought of coming back to the education field, and then I started. So at that time, I was not having my master's degree. So first of all, I completed my master's degree, and then I came into the education field. And in 2005, approximately, I started with the education field. And the experience is that whatever the students are going out from our college or getting passed out, they are sharing their views and they are in connection with us, and whatever positions they are held, they are getting in their professional life, they are sharing their experience with that. So one type of satisfaction we are getting whenever we are in, or I am in the education field. So that is a huge thing that what we can see, whatever teaching I am doing for the students, they are going in the society and they are working on different societal problems, and they are trying to solve such problems as an engineer. So that is one type of satisfaction that we are getting there.
That's great, sir. Coming to our second question, being the HOD, what are your roles and responsibilities towards the students?
Actually, as a HOD, I have to have two different types of responsibilities. One is administrative responsibility, and another is the academics responsibility. But especially for the students, if you say academics is important, without academics there is nothing. So first focus is on academics. Whatever the subjects I am teaching, they should get the concepts clear. That is the first thing. Then I have to motivate the students for taking part in different activities, extracurricular activities. Maybe I have to counsel them for certain things. I have to push forward to them. Then I am acting as a mentor also for TNP activities. So if a particular company is coming for the placement, I have to call those students. I have to talk with them. I have to tell what is the future that you are going to get through this particular industry, how you should prepare for the entrance test, what are the technical things that they may be asking to you. So some dummy interview I have to take, dummy, what we can say, group discussion I have to conduct in between, so that they are getting some confidence and then they are appearing for the interviews. Another thing is that I am also acting as a group faculty member, or what we can say, as a family member. There are certain 15 to 20 students, those are being attached with me. And likewise, the students are distributed among other faculties also. And whatever problems they are facing, they have to share with me, and I can, if possible, I can give the solution to such problems that they are having, so that they can share their things, that those points that they cannot share with their father and mother, maybe with their friends, they are sharing with me, and some solutions we are trying to find out. So that is the major responsibility that is having with me for towards the students.
Okay, sir. The next question is, do you have any extracurricular activities or programs to enhance the skills of the students or expose them to the real world challenges?
Actually, the curricular activities are there. Definitely, curriculum is important. Apart from them, there are certain things which we are conducting in our college. The first thing is the Earn and Learn scheme is there. So in this, those students who are not economically strong, such students, we are calling them to the college. They are working after college hours for the department, and this scheme is being launched by the university itself, and the university is going to pay the students for doing the extra work for helping for the department. Another thing is we are having NSS activity, National Student Scheme, Service Scheme is there for the students. So group of students, they go to a particular village in the vicinity of the college, and they stay there for 8 days, maybe 15 days. They try to teach the people who are there like computer or how to operate the computer. They are going for cleanliness. They are doing some clean environment for that purpose, and they are counseling the people who are there. So they are trying to be a part of a society, so that while doing these things, their leadership qualities are enhanced, their team building type of thing is enhanced, and they, whatever the things are there inside them, where they are getting the exposure while doing such things. One more thing is we are having our student association, electrical engineering student association in our department, through which the students are going to organize different events for the department. They are going to organize industrial visits. They are going to organize the workshops where hands-on experience will be getting for the students. So everything is conducted by the students itself. Only the thing is we are going to guide the students, and everything is going to be done by the students. So in that association, there are certain posts like chairman, then treasurer, then technical support staff, and all this. So there is type of small election we are going to held in our department, and then these positions are filled with the girls and boys, and they are acting there for maybe from second year onwards. We are involving those students. So second year, third year, final year, 3 years they are working there, and as they pass out, the responsibility is held or passed on to the other students who are coming back as a junior students. So these are important things. One more thing is there, we are having a incubation cell and startup cell in our college, where the students are going to work together. Whatever the idea they are having to solve some societal problem, they are coming with that idea. They are discussing with me, with different faculties also, and then they are trying to work on that particular problem. So at least they are thinking of what are the societal problems that we are facing, and they are trying to find out the solution for that, and in which our college is going to help them in that particular method or way.
Yes, sir. The next question is, how does the curriculum of your college ensures that the students are being prepared for the future?
Actually, our college is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University, so we have to follow the curriculum which is being laid down by the university. But if you see the curriculum, it is very well prepared with discussion by industry persons. Whenever the syllabus is to be set, the faculties as well as the persons from industry are coming together. They are sitting, and then they are sitting together, and then they are discussing. Lot of discussion is being held, and then they are finalizing the syllabus. So if you see in third year, there is an internship for the students, which is made compulsory with 100 marks. So the student has to go to the industry, have to work with the industry for maybe 4 weeks minimum, maximum 6 weeks he has to work. And after coming back, he has to present or give a presentation to the department, what he has studied, how he has worked with a particular team, what was the topic, where he has worked. So everything he has to give in as a form of a report. So that is going to help them apart from curriculum. So they learn how to talk with the people. They learn how to work in a team with the particular group of people. They learn how to behave in the company. So all these things, the things are being given in the third year level also. In final year, we are having two SEM. So the project is there for the entire 2 semesters, semester 1 as well as semester 2. And in the second year level, we are having electrical workshop in the curriculum. So this particular curriculum is very well set at par as per the requirement of the industry, and the students are getting benefit for that, and they are definitely going to be prepared for the future.
Okay. The next question is, how do you try to bring in practical approach towards subjects and make it industry oriented?
Actually, there are certain subjects in the curriculum where industry visit is made compulsory. Apart from that, we are arranging at least one industrial visit per semester per class. So if you see, there are 3 classes: SC, second year, third year, and final year. So definitely 2 industrial visits for each class per year, depending upon the subject, depending upon the availability of the industry also, because we have to contact with the industry, and if they are having some time, then only they are allowing the students. So industrial visit definitely is going to give them the exposure, practical exposure. That is one thing. Then we are doing some MOU, memorandum of understanding, with different companies, where the understanding is like that the people who are working in the industry will come to the college, they will deliver the seminar, or they will have a workshop of at least 4 days, where 2 days will be live hands-on practice and 2 days will be theoretical thing which the industry is working on, or the softwares or the hardware where the industry is working on. So for that, the theory part is for maybe 2 days, and whatever software they are using, which the students have not learned in the college, they are having hands-on practice for 2 days live with the people who are coming from the industry. So this definitely is going to give the exposure to the students towards the practical approach.
That's great, sir. The next question is, what are the interventions and approaches you bring in apart from curriculum to train or teach the students?
Actually, the thing is that Curriculum, we are definitely getting, we are finishing it very well within the time and with better understanding. But there are certain contents which are beyond the syllabus, so that we have to teach them definitely. Because if a particular student is getting passed out and if he is asked to go to the industry, he cannot directly start working on a particular project in the industry. So there has to be something which is important, or some training is to be given to the student. So nowadays industries are saying that we don't have time to give the training to the students, and after giving this training, the students are leaving, or they are giving resign from the job. So that particular part, with whatever industries which we are having as a MOU, we are trying to give the training related to that company or industry where they are going to work after completing their final year. So TNP activity starts in the third year itself, and once the student is getting placed in a particular company, he has to join the company after completing his final year. So in between, wherever he has joined, whatever the requirement for that particular company, that type of training we give here by calling the people who are there already in the industry, and that is what we are doing. We are giving the exposure to the students. So that is one approach. What we are feeling that this should be the approach, because definitely nowadays industries are denying that we don't want to spare 6 months on training or maybe 1 month on training for the students. So that whatever the things are there, like soft skill is there, so definitely student will have to give some training on soft skills. Then aptitude is also there. So these type of things are there where we take these things very seriously, and we give training from third year itself up to final year.
Okay, sir. The next question is, what would you like people to know about your college they may not know?
Actually, the main important thing there is our first is important is academics. Definitely, the infrastructure what we are having, all the labs are well equipped with different types of instruments. All the practicals, whatever are being laid down in the curriculum, we are able to conduct there in the labs. We are having a high voltage laboratory, which is a very important lab as far as electrical engineering is concerned. This lab is very rarely found in many of the colleges. Then the thing is that placement is also important activity. Whatever the eligible students are there for placement, we are doing 100% placement for all the eligible students. Then the thing is, as already I have told you, there is an innovation and incubation cell. So the startup idea, because now this is very important thing, that innovation and incubation, because the central government is also giving some funds for startups and entrepreneurship type of things. So we have to turn the focus of the students on this particular activity, so that maximum society problems are being solved by the student itself. So these are the things which we take into consideration very seriously. A batch of right now currently there are 3 projects we are conducting from civil engineering, and 2 projects from electrical engineering, 1 project from computer. We are working in this particular cell, and definitely over a period of time you can see a particular product being coming out as a startup from these students.
Okay, sir. The next question is, what do you see as the greatest strength of your college or institute?
The strength of the college is, the first thing is a clean and green environment. So my college is located near Bopdeo Ghat in Kondwa. So you can see a lusty green environment, huge trees are there, so a lot of oxygen. So that is important thing. Then another thing is it is near the vicinity of the city. So definitely you can, the approach is very good. Uh, you know, the transportation is also available, so there is no problem for the students to come to the college. Uh, Library, that is important part, because without library you cannot see a college. So huge library is there with all journals and IEEE type of journals available for the students. Apart from technical books, there are non-technical books also where the students can read it in leisure time. That is also important. Then good placement record, university toppers are there. So these are some of the greatest strengths that we are having in our college.
Yes, sir. I have also been to the college, and the place at which the college is located is really good. And the fresh air and greeneriness, it is really good campus, sir. So the
Yes.
next question is, what are some of the biggest challenges you see, both for higher education in general and for your college specifically?
Uh, if we see the challenges in higher education in general, so if I think of talking in the general, we can see that there is a poor enrollment towards the, what we can say, for higher education. So many people are not going for higher education. They should go definitely. So as if I am not wrong, approximately somewhere like 25 to 26% of students are going for higher education. So maybe different problems may be there for them, so they have to work on that. So that is one important drawback. Another thing is quality of education that is being given to the students. That may be one challenge. As far as I am concerned, I can say that I see that the quality which is being given to the students, quality education, that is not at par right now. Because when I was studying, when I was a student, the things which were delivered to us were something different. Nowadays, those things we do not see in the students. One more challenge is political interference. That is very much important point. Huge interference is there in from political parties which are going to disturb the things. That is important point. Another thing is poor infrastructure and facilities, inadequate facilities which are there in the college. So that may be in general, as far as general for disadvantage for higher education. As far as my college is concerned, I can say that we are having good infrastructure. We are overcoming all those things. But the thing is, one thing I feel that we are not able to call a huge company like Microsoft or Google for placements. So we can reach up to a particular level. After that, the huge giants are there for training and placement. So we are not able to call them, or we are not able to convince them that our students are also up to that particular level which you require. So definitely over a period of time, I think we will be able to call such big companies like HSBC is there, maybe Google, Microsoft, and many more are there. We are not able to reach up to them for placement. So that may be the disadvantage, what I feel for our college. But over a period of time, this is going to be solved definitely, and we will be coming out with flying colors definitely.
Okay, sir. So the last question is, any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Definitely the suggestions are, huge suggestions are there, but some of the things are like you have to focus on what you want to do in your life, definitely, and you have to go behind it only. So what the other people are doing, you should not think of. What you want to do, you have to do. And doing this, you have to keep three lines in mind. I hear, I forgot. I see, I remember, and I do, I understand. So the last line is very important. I do, I understand. So whatever things you are doing, you do it with your hand. Definitely, the concepts will be cleared, and you will come out like anything, and you will shine like a bright star, because huge number of engineers are coming out every year from different engineering colleges. A lot of engineering colleges are there. So somewhere you have to be different from others, so that you can attract a particular person for maybe a job or for starting your own as an entrepreneur. So for that, you should be something different. So for that, you have to focus on what you want. You have to increase your industrial contacts, maybe technical contacts with technical people, and you should have a general knowledge. Definitely, what are the things going on? What is the need of our right now? And you have to grab that opportunity, so that definitely you will be successful in your life.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time and sharing your experience and knowledge. I hope this will help a lot of aspiring students and youth. And thank you so much again for your time, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.